I deem it will help the Cleveland Browns, I'll do that if it helps the organization moving forward. But the compensation on the back end can't be like, outlandish. It can't be outrageous. It's got to work on both sides.
There are guys, that might come to you a little bit, maybe in the back end of the first round, that you're just going to have, and that you're going to be super motivated to do.
Well, I think you just got to wait and let that happen on draft day and see how it unfolds. Yes, Terry.
You did mention linebackers as a position of depth in the draft. Are you okay with the linebackers you got now, or are you still looking around, or what?
No, I think the current guys that we have on this on our roster right now played a lot of football. I think there are some guys within this draft class that are worthy of drafting at certain spots, and I think that's how you go about this thing. And then there's other avenues of acquiring football players as well.
Well, of course, that would be trade, and John Dorsey's never been afraid to trade. Let's welcome back in Jake Burns from the Orange and Brown Report. And Jake, a linebacker who might be there at the bottom half of the first round that will definitely intrigue the Browns. Devin Bush from Michigan. What do you like about him? What do you see about him? What type of player is he potentially in the NFL?
Extremely fast, extremely athletic. If he has the ability to take on blocks, which is a paramount part of playing linebacker in the box in the NFL, you got to be able to take on burly linemen, whether you're beating them with speed or power, rip throughs, things like that. He does it. He produced at Michigan enough that you feel good about the player's production. He tested off the charts, ran in the 4.4s, just a really good athlete with great short area quickness and a nose for the football, which I think is paramount too. Probably, in my opinion, is an ideal will linebacker. Could he be a Mike Backer? Yeah, of course. If you can make Joe Schobert a Mike Backer in the right defense, you can make Devin Bush the same. Just hyper athletic, really good football player, would fit with what Cleveland wants from that position. Obviously, they have Christian Kirksey, who they think is a cornerstone of the franchise and rewarded him so contractually, but the play has slipped. Not to say he can have a bounce back year in a new defensive scheme, but it's something they have to keep their eye on and monitor closely. So, when you look at Bush, he's kind of in contention with Devin White, the LSU linebacker, for that top linebacker spot. It's tough to know the valuation of linebackers across the NFL. A lot of teams see that sort of middle to late round. I would say that the linebacker position defensively is valued the same way running back is turned to value offensively. So you don't know if teams are necessarily going to jump at an early first-round opportunity to take him. So say he's there at 21 when Seattle is set to select. Seattle only has 4 picks in this draft. Might be an ideal trade-up scenario right there. You could get him for something that's not a crazy hit, and including somebody like Duke Johnson and a couple other picks on the back end, and moving your second-rounder there to get him is certainly plausible. The Colts and Ballard are always willing to move back at 26. They like to stockpile picks. And then New England at 32 is another potential trade-up spot. Is Bush there? Maybe. He seems like an ideal candidate to go in the 20s. It's just going to depend on when Devin White gets taken too. I know he's a target of Tampa Bay around 5, and then you got to look at other rosters for who might be interested in linebackers. But it is a position that they have to upgrade and have to bring in somebody. The Zach Brown is a free agent that's out there that they've had a little bit of interest in. Not sure if anything will get done, but they have to get a linebacker somewhere. Does it make sense to sit at 49 or sit in the third round and get somebody, or do you want somebody who can impact your defense from the get-go? And that's what you could have in Devin Bush, and he's probably going to be there to be a trade-up target if they should choose to do so.